Race number 5 at Ascot. It's a Class 1 handicap over the 1200 metres. And Mark, there's a few coming into this race that are just starting to find some nice form.
A really competitive race is this, Adam, but we'll have a look at the replay of last start runner-up Duplessis.
Hashtag at the 250, Castle Retreated hit the front from Foreseen, a run on the inside for Duplessis, and then Star Glitter. Hashtag is trying to weave its way through heavy traffic. Star Glitter reached the lead. Duplessis down on the rail. Duplessis, Star Glitter on the outside, hits the front. And
Good performance there by Duplessis. It was a nice performance, as I said, behind Star Glitter, and even going the run before that, beaten 3 lengths by Fair Nikita, which I have on top earlier on in the day. So I think these form lines are going to hold up. The run behind Ace's Wish was good. They'll be hoping that they can do a bit like Settlers Creek did on the weekend and turn some of these seconds into a victory. The only concern for mine is the wide gate.
Yeah, Adam, but one thing that you take out of that is it will roll forward again. One of those gallopers to catch, which will make it a testing trip for some of these other gallopers, including number 5, Tucky's Lad, who comes out of 2 very stronger races than this. This looks to be very suitable. And the inside of the track, though, from barrier 2, could be a little bit chopped up at that time of the day.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, as you said, how the track plays. With the cutaway, I'm hoping they are able to roll off that and be able to work down the middle of the track nicely. But it's pretty hard to ignore the form lines. This galloper showed a bit of class in the recent prep. So far, this prep beaten ahead by Express Dancer, then under a length by Red Paddy and 1.5 by Main Instigator. They're Saturday horses, in my opinion. So I'm expecting from barrier 2, with the 1.5 kilo claim, they can play a big part in this race.
On top for you, Adam?
I'm going to go that way for this race. From number 8, Barry's Rabbit, which worked home well last start. Number 6, Duplessis, and number 10, Keeper's Tail.
6, Duplessis on top for me. From number 11, Production. 12, Daraja Jewel, and 13, Klondike King.
Race number 6 at Ascot. It's another Class 1 handicap. It's over the 1200 metres, and I'm really intrigued about this race, Mark. There's clearly a very nice type, but some of the others we've seen recently, the Gospel Sin, Price Catch, even Want to Desire, there's some nice gallopers.
Yeah, I really like these three-year-olds taking on the older horses as well, but we'll have a look at the replay horse, the Cerise and White Galaxy Star.
300 tackled though by the Snowy River Men on the outside, 2 lengths behind them. Arch Tycoon coming right down the outer. Arch Tycoon swept up. Galaxy Star further back is running on brilliantly. Galaxy Star coming at Arch Tycoon, levelled up, hit the lead, and does a little too well. Got their Galaxy Star.
This was a really good performance when we go back and take a look at that victory, beating Arch Tycoon from barrier 12. Now, was a $1.90 favourite and did it tough, but the form lines held up because Arch Tycoon then came out and won a couple of starts later. There had been a couple of winners from that race as well. Now, the 1200 metres on a soft track is going to feel more like a 1300, which I think is a big tick. And to be honest, I just think this mare's got more ability than most of these.
Yeah, don't be turned off backing these gallopers, which are drawn a little bit wide, because 3 wide with a bit of cover, or even in the running line with a bit of cover, might be the place to be. Peel out wide and then do their best work late, finding the best ground on the track. Adam, we've also got in the race number 5, McFryers there. The only reason I give it a chance, the blinkers go on, and it is, of course, by Blackfriars out of a McFlirt mare, so should handle the going.
Yeah, when we've seen these, we talked about the Fair Nikita form lines, also the Dutch Spy form lines can hold up. I'm with you as well. This horse has got a bit of ability, just lacks a little bit in the head at times, but the blinkers going on, the conditions the way they are, might be able to run a cheeky race.
And number 3, of course, Prize Catch. Winner 3 starts ago. That was nice up the straight. Last start was good behind Tenterden as well, which was also up the straight.
Some good form lines here. You go back to even that Northern run back in July, was backed in sharply on that occasion to $3.10, was beaten by Parading, which is proving to be a nice Saturday galloper as well. So with Paul Harvey on board, barrier 6, should get a really nice run, but I think Galaxy Star is the one to beat in this race. From 1, the Gospel Sin, 3, Prize Catch, and 10, Want to Desire.
I've got the 6 on top as well, Adam. Galaxy Star. From number 3, Prize Catch, 11, Compass Point will roll along out in front, and number 5, McFryers.
Race number 7 at Ascot. It's over the 1100 metres. It's a Class 3 handicap, and I'm excited to see how some of these horses go, Mark. There's clearly some stronger form lines. Then we've got a few that don't mind running on a soft and heavy track, including Bourbon Dynasty and Heavyset.
Another Cerise and White runner we're going to take a look at, though. Number 10, Glimmer Girl.
Behind them, Formula 1, Forget Travinsky. Lord Devoutly leads the way. Going by the 250 for Hall. He's about to open him up as Glimmer Girl throws down the gauntlet here down the middle of the course. It's Glimmer Girl quickly looming up to Lord Devoutly at the 100. Hits the front, Glimmer Girl, and she starts to pull away from them. Glimmer Girl draws clear, won it by a length and 3/4.
She was pretty impressive last campaign. We saw her, of course, come out and win at Northam over the 1400 metres, and then we saw the win over 1100 metres recently at Bunbury when winning by 2 lengths. There was a lot of speed in that race, so the 1100 metres was certainly set up for her to run a race. Now, Might not be the same speed here, but with the heavy track, it's going to feel more like a 12 and 1300 again. So I think that's really going to suit her.
Again, don't be afraid of the wide barrier here. It could be ideal to sit a little bit wide and peel off out wide on the track. Number 5, Puck Shapeshifter from the Peter and Matt G. Dresco yard. Again, just tough gallopers, trained to the minute and are always fit. Barrier 11, Jason Whiting, who has been riding in outstanding form, sits on this galloper.
Form lines are holding up. Winner 2 starts go betting undeterred, and then came out and won comfortably as well. The Valdera form lines are very good as well. We've seen some winners come from that. Tangier put in a nice run on the weekend from a similar race as well. So I think that this horse can run a race here. Distance record is very good. 4 attempts, 2 victories in a second. Has to go into your numbers, but I think Glimmer Girl, the Cerise and White again, is the horse to beat. From 3, Heavyset, which enjoys these type of conditions. Number 1, Bourbon Dynasty, which has won on a heavy track as well. And 5, Puck Shapeshifter.
10 on top for me, Adam. Glimmer Girl from number 8. Good Morning, who had excuses last start, from 5, Puck Shapeshifter, and 14, 12 rounds.
Race number 8 at Ascot. It's a Class 3 handicap over the 2200 metres, and we know what that means. It's a raffle.
Yes, and it'll be a massive slog right from the word go, Adam. But we'll have a look at the runner-up performance last start of Regal Rogue.
Asked the big question by Johnston Porter. He rolled off the fence from the Temptress, and now Let's Twist gets the rails run from Cambo, Gonzo's Girl. Let's Twist at the 200, though, speared up along the fence and sprints clear. He races away now by 2 lengths from One Shot. Down the outside, Regal Rogue coming late, but he took the shortest way home on Let's Twist, and Let's Twist gets the money.
She's been super consistent this campaign, hasn't she? I mean, take a look at those recent runs, a couple of seconds, a third, and then that one disappointing 7th, but that was in much harder company. Group 3 company there when beaten 5 lengths by Cosmic Storm. The form lines have really held up recently, even that last defeat against Let's Twist. We know they're good. Now, Barrier 14, a bit of an issue, dropping back, but like we said, it's going to have time to really work into this race and wind up. Mature Ortier, one of the best staying riders in the state as well, so I'm not concerned at all by that. I just think consistency, she's due. Fred Kersey stable, I like it in a field like this.
Should be winning this very comfortably. We mentioned, Adam, that Latrice form, 5 lengths off Cosmic Storm. That's good enough to win this, but the thing about that race is they were just trying to pinch a little bit of black type for the mare's pedigree page, but she looks very, very hard to beat here. And we've also got number 12 there, Gonzo's Girl, been running in outstanding form, comes out of that same race where Regal Rogue ran second. It ran 4th behind Let's Twist. I think those Let's Twist form lines will be very solid moving forward. I think she's a serious mare as well, but Gonzo's Girl, a real big chance here.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think the form lines are good enough to play a part in this, and I mean, even the runs before that behind Boz Carter and Tonka Tough, they're nice enough. Just so slowly starting to adapt to racing over the 2,000 metres. Drawn well in Barrier 2, so should be able to get into a really nice spot and run a bit of a race here. But I'm with you. I think Regal Rogue's the horse to beat here. You have to back them. From 12, Gonzo's Girl. Number 1, Boz Carter, and 3, Strikes Twice.
I've got the 13 on top, Greater Impact. I just think that the mare by Master Craftsman can roll along out in front and be the one to catch. From number 12, Gonzo's Girl, 2, Regal Rogue, and number 5, Top Rated.
Final race of the day at Ascot. It is a Class 5 handicap over the 1,800 metres. And Mark, I hope this isn't the get-out stakes for our punters, because there's not much between many of these runners.
Yeah, one thing we will say as well, follow the markets as well, because that'll be a good indication for a lot of these races. Adam, our replay horse, though, is number 5, Striking Star. Comes out of a tougher race and ran very well for 4th.
Unbalanced at the top of the home straight, and Headlander Boy led at the 250 from Blitzham Someday. They've booted well clear. First Affair running on down the outside late though. Headlander Boy at the 100 clear on the outside. First Affair flying. Headlander Boy in front. Look at First Affair. First Affair storming down the outside.
I was really impressed by the effort of Striking Star. This is a horse that we know does its best work 2,000 metres plus. Now, it's had the run over the 1,400 metres, which was good, only beaten a length, and then race over the 1,600, as you said, against much tougher company behind First Affair, beaten 3 lengths. Now, it's had 5 attempts on a soft track. It's placed on 3 occasions. It gets up to the 1,800 metres now. There's good speed in this race as well. I think Striking Star can run a cheeky race. I think you'll get odds as well.
Yeah, I think you will too, Adam, each way at least. We've also got in the race up the top there, Adam, number 1, Paddy. Last start behind Liberty Rise, only beaten about 3 lengths. Came from near last. I think getting out in trip for this Son of High Chaparral will help.
This is a galloper that I really like. We're able to catch a bit of a price last campaign when it was able to surprise for a win. Now, it hasn't been in great form in recent times. It hasn't won for 330 days, but you take a look at those Liberty Rise form lines. The second upper can run a bit of a race here. The 3 kilo claim gets him with 56. I just think it's a genuine Saturday horse, and this is a weakish race.
I've got the 11 Bachelor's Prospect on top here. I just thought his run last start, much tougher grade, was outstanding at about 20-1 in that same race as First Affair. Now, I really think that this galloper will handle the conditions. It's only had one go in in the soft for one placing, but I think he'll be the one finishing off late with Jason Whiting on board.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this horse goes. It's one that's been very hard to catch, but Brian Lucas was able to get the job done and give it its 4th career win. I go back to the run though 2 starts ago where it was able to win that race, but a big and nice weight swing here for Russian River may be the difference, but I think they're certainly in the mix. It summarises how close this race is. So I'm going to go with 1 Paddy from number 10 Step Right Up, number 5 throwing in Striking Star, and 3 Russian River.
I've got the 11 on top, Adam Bachelor's Prospect, from number 7 Romello, 9 Pigeon Post, and 2 Dr. Sykes.
Time now to turn our attention to the best bets of the card, and Mark, and I'm going to go with race 3, number 5 Melting Point, and race 6, number 6 Galaxy Star.
I've got race 2, number 5 Moss Tiara, her first start in Western Australia, and race 5, number 6 Duplessis.
As we always do say, follow us on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Very good to keep up to date with that, especially with the conditions that we're expecting in Perth. And make sure you do visit perthracing.com.au. Plenty of event information and stories up there to take a look at. On behalf of both of us, hope we found you plenty of winners.